Друзья, надо спасать ситуацию.
Well, guys, we need to rectify the situation, as it appears simply outrageous. At any time you come across another project on the internet, it's hard for you to understand its strengths and weaknesses. That's why we need to properly evaluate the internet-based projects. We have decided to become the rescue rangers while he is Chip and I am Dale, to sort the situation out and somehow clarify the web project environment. Today the World Wide Web is full of pretty interesting and fair projects, with certain people willing to invest in them. But what is missing is the place where they could meet each other, exchange ideas and present their capabilities. So the idea is to make a meeting point for internet project developers and those who are ready to provide the funding. And all existing forums, conferences, camps, they don't suffice. And even I can realize this. The man who is far from being a guru in the internet investment and related issues. But even I do understand that we should set up such a venue and do the best we can in this regard. Why do we need it? We want to make some money. It's hard enough to find a proper project in order just to mention it in the press or on the radio or television. My interest is quite direct, and I would like to organize a place where all attractive projects are accumulated in order not to look for them somewhere else. To make life easier, because it's hard to find a fair project. It's even harder than to get the money. Well, it's not a charity, not only. It is a business undertaking too. When I just started my activity in internet-based projects, I dreamt of getting prizes and awards, and I was quite successful. So I am confident that those who embark on web-based projects, they want to be first noticed and money is the second task. For them, attention is the most important thing. Well, I would like them to compete not just for money. Indeed, I've always dreamt to have a fair Runet prize. To my regret, the Russian internet today is lacking such awards, especially for startup projects. And we would like to bridge the gap and institute a prize for new web projects. It was suggested to be named the Plyuschev Prize, quite unexpectedly for me, but after some spiritual unrest I finally agreed. And I can tell you why we want to have the nominees and winning champions to be selected by one man, and not a jury panel. I guess a subjective approach could be more fair and impartial in most circumstances. Well, certainly do have a jury panel, as well as absolutely transparent selection procedure, which could be checked by anyone. The point is not to give a prize to any predetermined candidates. So, really worthy projects will get the Plyuschev Prize. To be honest, we want to have an audit company to verify the voting procedure and all that stuff. It would be great, as most existing prizes are murky things, and hardly anybody is aware of the real situation behind the voting and decision-making process. In our case, it's going to be completely clear and transparent. The prize will be awarded to really worthy projects. Sometimes it's really hard to understand the human behavior, but I'm pretty confident that none of the powers that be, neither President Medvedev nor Speaker Gryzlov and other popular figures, were in the internet when it just came to being, with all those BBS and feeder stations. But I and Sasha were there at that time. The question is who takes advantage of the situation. Well, I believe the business trends are out of the question, as Internet is part and parcel of the life, which is the most important thing. The real life and Internet are indivisible, and a city dweller cannot live a single day without it, even if he is not a PC user. However, it could be explained by such a fact that all the services around him are more or less related to the Internet. Whatever you might do, you stay in touch with the computer web, so the more we do it, the better it becomes, and our life will also be more interesting. That's what we want to do, and rightly so, it is a market-driven venture. When do you think we want to make it happen? Preferably in the Crimea in July, but it will happen in the late November near Moscow. We cherish hope that the guys involved in web-based projects, as well as possible investors, will have no fear in the face of Moscow cold weather, which has already stopped a number of the armies on the move. We can't be stopped, and real linkage on the river ELBA is going to happen near Moscow. Somebody may attempt to stop us personally, but Internet itself cannot be stopped. The project is named ELBA to symbolize a meeting point of the associates. As we consider Internet investors and developers as close allies, they need a place to meet. If you remember those documentaries with Russian and the US soldiers shaking hands and hug each other, and it is quite symbolic. So we decided to perform such ELBA annual events to let the people get together, and we would like to take the opportunity and to erect the so-called floating bridge for them to shake their hands, as they are the allies and really need each other. If we could add a brand new chapter into the book of Russian Internet, we would be very happy. So let the ELBA dream come true. In point of fact, we're inviting everybody who is not indifferent to the Runet, as Russian Internet is quite a standalone branch in the World Wide Web. It is a branch that helps all those who speak Russian to get in touch and stay connected. And first of all, we will invite the newcomers as our target audience. They will be able to show what they can and try to find the partners and associates. And I would also like to extend my invitation to all who have established their projects within the recent 365 days. If you succeeded in delivering it to the public, please show it to a larger audience, including experts, money bags, and maybe good advisors, as well as to our judges, who could evaluate the work you've done to the merit. The Plyuschev Prize will be awarded for the greatest projects, and you do have a real chance to be among its first recipients.
С вами были Александр Плющев
и Бадрик Габеча.
Спасибо.